relationships. What is a red flag? Anytime you see a red flag, like maybe in a game of sports, maybe a foul has taken place, yes? And the referee carries up the red flag, not even the red card. The red flag goes up to say there was a foul in that game. If you're going to the bar beach and you see red flags, you don't enter that water. Why? Because it's dangerous. There could be sharks there, or the water is just unsafe. In the same way, red flags in a relationship means caution. It means danger ahead. It means this relationship is not going to be healthy. It means this relationship is going to leave you broken. It's going to leave you wired. It's going to leave you hurt. But many times we still see the red flags and we still march on. We still move on. And we want to address that today, like I've said initially. So quickly, because we're going to have to take questions this evening, I'll just go through a list of different red flags that we can see in our relationships, or we've been seeing, or we've been ignoring. Number one, how would you know a relationship is not going to be good or is going to be unhealthy? When him or her you're in a relationship with wants to keep the relationship a secret. Hidden relationships. A relationship that is only in the know of yourself and myself. Nobody else must be brought into the picture. We have to be quiet about this relationship. Listen, I don't want people to know I'm dating you. I have many people who are haters. They'll tell you all kinds of stories. Why they won't even post your picture on their DP or their social media platforms during your birthdays or once in a while, like people who are in love do. They want the relationship to be hidden. So any girl that is telling you, let's just keep it between us for now, that's a what? A red flag. Number two red flag, they are always right in the relationship and you are always wrong. You're always the one who is in error. You're always the one who is in whatever. When there's an argument, where something goes wrong, the blame is always on you. You're always in the wrong. They never own up to say that, yes, I did wrong here. Somehow, you're always made to be the guilty person. That is a red flag. Number three, they never listen to you, your feelings. They're never interested in you, what you have to say. If you're in a relationship with somebody and that person does not care about your dreams even, about your goals, about your vision, that is a serious red flag. You never have something important to say. Have you gone on a date with somebody before and throughout the date, the person is just talking about myself, my job, what I do, what I plan to do, my future goals, making you feel insignificant, making you feel like you have no worth, you have no value. That is a red flag. People who act like, you know what they call a narcissist? You've heard that word before. Narcissistic tendencies. People who have the trinity of me, myself, and I operating fully in them. It's all about them, it's all about them, it's all about them, it's all about them. They are narcissistic. If they have called you any nice thing, it's out of they're doing you a favor because they believe the world revolves around them. You exist even for them. You exist to make them happy. If you're ever married to such people, you can only have sex with them when they deem it fit for you to have occasion to gain access to themselves, to their body. When you see someone who is full of himself or herself, understand that that is a red flag. In the beginning, people like that are normally hard to detect because a full-blown narcissist will make you feel good about yourself when you start dating them. But they are only hyping you to indirectly hype themselves. They are telling you you're good, you're wonderful, you're beautiful. But they're actually inside praising themselves for getting something as wonderful as you are. And then as time goes on, you will begin to see that even those words of praise that they were giving you, it drops. And before you know it, they're in their full-blown mood. And it's all about them. Run away from me, myself, and I. When you're in a relationship with somebody that is always clingy, someone that is always needy, someone that is always looking for your attention, it's like a dysfunction, actually. They want to control your every movement. They want to know whom you are with, where you are, what you're doing at every single point in time. They want you to always be by their side. They want to always be where you are. That is a red flag. That's a serious red flag. Because such people, they will definitely have possessive tendencies, jealousy tendencies, angry outbursts, malicious tendencies. They can be abusive even in the future. Is this number 5 now or number 4? Number 5, when you're in a relationship with someone and the person is telling you to cut off from your godly relationships, cut off from your friends, they want to isolate you. Someone, they say isolate. Any man or lady that wants to isolate you from your company, from your friends, you start dating somebody, and before you know it, you are no longer as friendly with your normal friends as you used to be. Before you know it, they are making you see why David is not a good person. They are trying to spoil who David has been in your eyes, even before you met them. They want to just cut you off from people you've been with, people who are not a problem, actually. But they just want you to themselves. They want to just isolate you, so it's just yourself and themselves. That is a very dangerous setting, because most people that behave like that, they are setting you up to deal with you in the future. And when they start dealing with you, you cannot cry out to anybody, because remember, you've cut off everybody initially. Am I communicating? And number 6, people that can never say, I'm sorry. How many of us here are like that? You find it difficult to say, I'm sorry. In short, I'm never wrong. I'm always right. And even when it's obvious and glaring that I am wrong, I can't open my mouth and tell you I'm sorry. My pride is too much. That is a dangerous person, and it's a red flag. Number 7, right? Look at number 8. Okay, number 7. When they are in control, they want to control everything. They never want you to make any decision for yourself. They want to just be in control of what is going on in the home. If you're even married to them, you're the husband, you don't have a say. What they say goes. You're the wife, you don't even have a contribution. They make plans behind you. They make decisions behind you. Even when you're dating them, you cannot even say, I want us to go to so place. It must be whatever it is that they want. They impose their feelings on you because they actually feel that they are more superior to you in thinking, in wisdom, in intelligence, because they have originally already devalued you in their heart and in their mind, and they've placed you somewhere below. And deep down inside, they feel they are better than you. They feel you have nothing to offer. And when you're dealing with this kind of people, you find out that your decision does not matter. What you say doesn't matter. Your voice is normally silent in that kind of a relationship. That is a serious red flag. If you end up marrying people like that, you just lose your self-esteem as the years progress. All your self-esteem will fall. And before you know it, you are now in the level of inferiority complexes. The next one is when they hide a lot of stuff from you. Especially when dating. Some guys, they will tell you, or some ladies, they will tell you, when we marry, there are a lot of things I will tell you. So when we get married, there are some things I will not tell you now. When we get married, I will open a lot of things to you. Run, or make them to spill. Because many a times, whatever they tell you that they are trying to keep for you for after marriage is something that will make you not to marry them. So anybody that is telling you, I will tell you this, I will tell you that, or you ask questions about this person, about this, your ex, about this, and they are telling you, There's some things I will tell you later. There's some things they should tell you now. Anybody that is trying to keep secrets from you, promising to tell you after, is just digging your grave for you. Because it's what you know while dating them that will determine whether at all you go ahead to consummate the relationship. Amen. When they don't show you any respect or honor before your friends, colleagues, even their family members, they don't respect you in public. They talk down on you in public. They criticize you in public. They throw jabs at you in public in the name of, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Even when they know they are hurting your feelings. If they can do like that to you, I've seen a married man. I've seen him like slap and beat his wife in a public place. She fell on the floor, and it didn't mean anything to him. Rather, he kept on shouting on her, barking at her. Imagine what he does in the house. Now, in the beginning, she saw red flags. That kind of behavior, you know when a man or a woman cannot control their emotions. When they always have quick outbursts. They're always angry. That person you're dealing with now, and when there's a little problem, they are hitting the wall, or they're hitting the floor, or they're hitting the chair. Tomorrow it's your face that they're going to be hitting. Because when they cannot control the emotion, they'll burst anyhow. Throw tantrums. You see some ladies screaming out in public. Have you seen ladies that are just screaming in public, not minding, thrashing things? Why? Because they cannot control their emotions. These are red flags. If you go ahead and you marry such people, well, you've dug your own grave. What number are we on now? When they're not sharing your Christian values, if you're a Christian, you're born again, and they don't share your Christian values, they don't believe in the way you pray, they don't believe even what your church believes in. Maybe they ask you, what is this thing you are always splashing? Say, which one is blood of Jesus? Which one is oil of gladness? That can be a problem in a relationship later. It can be a problem in a relationship tomorrow when you want to go to maybe a Pentecostal church and they are insisting on going to an Orthodox church. See, when people are dating, people can lie, people can say all kinds of things just to get what they want. And when they feel they've gotten what they want, they now be themselves. That is why we say when you are dating, don't be in a hurry to rush into marriage. Give yourselves time. Psychologists have proven that it takes like 6 months for people to unwind and completely be themselves, so that they are no longer pretending, but they're now acting out themselves. See, we all pretend, yes? We all pretend. We are always at our best. Let me not use the pretend. We're always at our best mood when we are with somebody we like, yes? And we can keep acting in our best mood, not throwing our guard down for a long time. But psychology says it takes like 6 months for it to one off, and you're now unconsciously being your real self. That's why it's good to give your relationship time before you start committing. But many of us, we rush into relationship. We rush into even courtship. We rush into having sex. How many of you know that sex blinds your eyes? Especially ladies. Once you start sleeping with somebody, red flags can be beeping in your ear. Red lights can be shining in your eye. But you will not see them. You won't take note of them anymore. Why? Because you've thrown out your main guard, the main referee. You've opened up to sex. We're not talking about sex this night anyway. When that person doesn't have self-control, you discover that he has no discipline, she has no discipline, no self-restraint. It's the first date and they want to go back home and sleep with you. That person is a cheat. That person is a flirt. Someone that does not, you might be feeling flattered. She wants to sleep with me, this fine girl. Or he wants to sleep with me, this fine guy. But if he's sleeping like that with you, so cheap, he's doing like that with every other person. And moreover, whatever you see while dating somebody, did you know that it's normally amplified in marriage? The characters, the behavioral patterns that you're seeing while dating somebody. When you get married, it's now full-blown. There is nothing like change, he will change after, she will change after. It is rather in full manifestation. So someone that is promiscuous while you're dating them, the person has no self-restraint, always touching, always asking for. You can't get to trust that person even when you marry the person, because the foundation of your relationship was built on that level. And so tomorrow, even if you're not yet married and you see her, you see him with another female or another male, automatically your mind will tell you that thing he does or she does with me, he's doing it with him or her, because you have seen that the person doesn't even have any self-discipline. So when you see that, or if you're like that, it's a red flag. You should not go ahead with that relationship. When we talk about red flags, see, someone that wants to change can actually change. So it doesn't mean that you may have to just run out of a relationship. But if you need to leave that relationship because of some of the red flags I'm calling now, you should leave it. But can red flags be turned to yellow flags? Can red flags be completely removed? Yes. But it has to be on a communication basis. You have to be able to talk to that person and say, you see this thing you're doing, this thing that normally happens, it has to stop. It either stops or I'm out. For those of us who are already married here and we have seen so many red flags that maybe we ignored while we are still single, we cannot run out of the marriage now, yes? So it's now left for us to do what? To talk about these issues with our spouses. You that you are still dating, you that you are still single, ample opportunity for you to handle these matters now. When you lack peace concerning the relationship, you know, God always speaks peace to his people. If you think about this person and you don't have rest, you don't have peace, don't even bother. God has already told you that it's not a good one, it's not going to work. So when peace is not there, it's a red flag. This one is really touchy. When they are still mad at their ex, they are still holding on to something from the relationship. The skit that we acted now, the girl in question had her own red flag. She was wearing something that her ex gave her. See, if you're going to break up with somebody, break up. Delete all pictures from your phone. Burn all materials that will be tying you to that person. Don't be wearing the gifts that this person gave to you. I'm still friendly with my ex. We're still on talking terms. We are still good. If you have not been able to move forward from your previous relationship, don't even go and torture or torment the next person and start a relationship with them. Am I communicating? You're carrying baggage into a new relationship. You're carrying what she did to me, what he did to me, how he treated me, how she cheated on me, how she lied, how he slandered, how dishonest he was, all his lies, all her lies. And you're bringing it to a new relationship. If you meet someone that is still angry with their ex, leave them alone. It's a serious red flag. If you still meet somebody that is still entertaining calls from their ex, leave them alone. They have not yet moved on. Allow them to move on. So you are not the comfort, the cushion that they will use and get themselves. Because they will use you and get themselves, and they will drop you. People who don't allow themselves to heal. You've heard the saying that hurting people hurt people. Hurting people do what? Hurt people. It's my hurt that will make me hurt you. Because I'm in pain. I will transfer the pain to you. Because my actions towards you is not because of anything you've done to me, but rather because of what was done to me by my ex. And so when I see you talking to me, I'm seeing my ex talking. When I'm seeing you acting a way to me, I'm suspecting that it's my ex again that is coming. This is the way they come. This is how they behave. It's a lie already. And then my responses to you or my reaction to you is based on my subconscious reaction and response to my ex because of what my ex did to me. So you are dysfunctional if you haven't gotten over your ex. And you're a serious red flag for anybody if you haven't gotten over your ex. And anybody that you meet that is still into their ex, either I'm angry with my ex, I'm hating my ex, I feel like killing my ex did this, my ex did that. Let the person heal. Leave the person. The person is not ready for relationship. You will just be comforting the person and be hurting yourself initially and finally. This is number 11 now. Number 14. I will soon take questions. When a guy or a girl tells you, let's just go with the flow, let's see where it leads to. Serious red flag. Let's just go with the flow. You see, when a guy or a girl says, let's go with the flow, they are setting up a, you know what they call emergency exit? They just set up an emergency exit to check out at any time. Anybody that will not tell you this is what we are doing, an undefined relationship, is a red flag. The person is playing you, the person is using you, the person is not serious. You are a side chick, you are a side guy, everything negative. There must be a goal in the relationship. You cannot just go with the flow. Nobody should waste your time and let's just go with the flow. If he or she cannot commit to say this is what we are doing, please do not go ahead. Don't commit yourself, because tomorrow they will tell you, after all, I said, let's just go with the flow. I didn't say we are doing anything. You are the one that was putting something on what I didn't put on. I've seen relationships where the girl is broken, but initially the guy never promised her anything. But she was acting like a girlfriend. And the guy was receiving, the attention and the actions of a girlfriend. But he's feeling unsafe ground, he felt unsafe ground because he never told her that I'm dating you. He never told her I'm your boyfriend. Some boys are putting their face down now. I'm wondering why. Hallelujah. Which brings me to the next point. If they cannot give you a title, ladies, if they can't give you a title, if they cannot give you a title, ladies, it's a red flag. Not chieftaincy title. If they cannot say, you are my girlfriend, it's the same thing almost as the former point. If they can't say that you are my girlfriend, if she can't say you are my boyfriend, if he can't tell his friends, this is my babe, there's no title. You're just there roaming. Yeah, this is my love. If there is no title, please, it's a red flag. If he's just my friend, many of us are guilty of this. Who is that? Just my friend. They use that my friend to deceive not only themselves, but to deceive you. There must be a title. There must be a what? You must have a title. The relationship must be defined. There must be a goal. And then you must have a title. I'm the girlfriend. I'm not just a friend. We are going out. We are dating. I'm his babe. Hallelujah. The next point, if they don't value you, if they don't honor you, if they don't respect you, it means you're trash to them. If they don't value you, they don't honor you, they don't respect you, you're trash to them. And if you go into that kind of relationship, your self-esteem will be dropped to zero, because they won't accord you any respect. They won't appreciate you even. There will be no honor. And before you know it, you feel like you have no value, you have no worth. Also watch out for guys and ladies who don't treat themselves well. If I cannot treat myself well, I can't treat you well. If I don't know that I have to eat, I can't see you hungry as my girlfriend, my boyfriend, and have feelings that you have not eaten. I'll go like, even me, have I eaten? So what's the big deal? If I don't buy cream as a guy, and you ask me, my money for cream has finished, can you just help me out? I will not see it as a good thing or a wonderful thing even to give you money for cream. Are you getting my point? Just when I say love your neighbor as you, if I can't love myself, I can't really love. If I have no value for myself, I can't have value for you. It's like these people that go around killing people, these headsmen, they don't have value for life. That's why they can carry bomb and bomb themselves at any instant. That's why when they see anybody, they can just cut off people's head anyhow, because they have no value for life. When their words and their actions are not aligning, please, it's a red flag. They say something, but they are doing another thing. It's a serious red flag. You can't hold on to their words. They are dishonest. It's a serious word, red flag. This one is very serious, ladies. Ladies especially, but guys also suffer this. When you're in a relationship with a guy or a lady and they minimize your feelings or your concerns or your needs, they minimize it, as in they make it like it's not important, it's not valid. Do you get what I'm saying? Your feelings are not important. It's like your words, the things you have to say, your input is not important. And now if you say, I don't like it when you do this kind of thing when we're in public, it embarrasses me. And they will just like, what's the meaning of that one? I beg, leave that rubbish alone. They don't take notice of the things that hurt you. They don't take notice of the things that touch you. It's as if you're talking and you're talking to air. They minimize your concerns. They throw it back in your face. They make you feel as if you're not making sense. Have you heard of gaslighting? Do you know what it is to gaslight? Have you heard of the word gaslighting? When someone is trying to make you feel that you're not making sense, that you're crazy for thinking in a particular kind of way. If they are minimizing your feelings, minimizing your concerns, is a red flag. Inconsistency in their behaviors. Today they are yes, tomorrow they are no. Today they are with you, tomorrow they are not with you. It's a red flag. It means that the person lacks stability, both emotionally and mentally. When only their problems are valid, this is like the other point, when they minimize your own issues. When only their problems are valid. Have you had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and then you're trying to talk about what you're passing through, and then all of a sudden they take it out of your mouth, and they begin to say, that is, as in today, I never even chop. As in, what I'm passing through in my office. But you are talking to them initially about your own situation, your own problem. And all of a sudden, it's no longer about what you are trying to say, but they now make it about themselves. They bring it home to themselves. They make it look like your own is, as in you're not even experiencing anything. I am the one that is suffering, as in, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm going through. It's a red flag. It's a red flag. You're going to suffer in that relationship. You're going to be, if you're even married, then you'll be married, and you look for elsewhere to maybe have a girlfriend or confidants, people that you can air your own feelings and heart to. Why? Because this person does not even give you a listening ear. So if they cannot hear you out now, they can't listen to you now, your problems are not as valid or as important as their own. Forget them. There's a financial problem, you are the one that needs to close your account down, not them. Every time you're the one that needs to compromise. They never compromise. Each time you are the one that needs to sacrifice something. They never sacrifice. Even when you get married, your dreams are the ones that need to be put on the shelf, while their own dreams are the one that needs to be carried forward. When you marry such men, even, that your career you've been dreaming about, it goes to the dunghill. When you marry such men, you find out that you're only pursuing their vision. You're pursuing their goal. Forgetting that you yourself, you're a human being who has already even had valid goals and ambitions before you even met them. But they make it such that everything is going to be all about them. All the finances in the family will go towards their own dreams and aspirations. If you're dating somebody that is giving you those kind of tendencies now, it's a big red flag. When they never ask meaningful questions about you, they never go deep to ask you deep questions about yourself. They may ask you, how was your day? And what was going on with you? Blah, 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 blah. But can they really ask you real deep questions about yourself and really want to answer? Some people just make conversation by, how was your day? Sometimes even when they are asking you, how was your day? When you want to even say, my day was, they are talking of something else again. They're absent-minded when it comes to your real and your emotions. If you're dating someone that is not interested in your emotions, who is not interested in what you're going through, the pains you're going through, the suffering you're going through, is a big red flag. When you meet someone that has never held a relationship for more than 6 months, the person is always in and out of relationships. In and out of relationships. Every 2 months, every 3 months. They can't stick to a relationship. It's a red flag. That person is definitely going to do the same thing with you. There's a problem. When you meet someone who has had many, many exes, and each time it was the exes that were at fault. They were never at fault. They were never to blame. But there are 6 or 7 or 10 exes. All of them did them wrong. It's a red flag. You need to watch that person very well to know what he or she normally does that causes breakup in their relationships. Because of time, I think I should stop here. Arab, I can stop here. I could continue. Okay, sir. All right. So we can take questions now. You can put your hands up if you have questions you want to ask. Red flags. Red flags in a relationship. See, in a relationship, it always takes 2 people. Relationships are about 2 people. It takes 2 to tango. If someone that is dysfunctional is dating someone that is dysfunctional, it's going to be just a whole dysfunction coming out of it. You have a question? Okay, you're going to go around with the mic. It's going to be just a whole lot of dysfunction that will come out of that relationship. Look at the story of Samson in the Bible. You know, we blame Delilah a lot. How many of you don't like Delilah here? You don't like Delilah. But Delilah wasn't really at fault per se. Samson went to look for Delilah, didn't he? He went to look for Delilah, even before Delilah. Remember, he married someone he should not marry before Delilah. After he married the lady he should not marry, he even actually went to stay with a prostitute, remember? Delilah came after, and he actually went for Delilah. If I'm broken, I will definitely go towards broken people. Deep calleth unto deep. So if I'm not okay, I will just attract people who are like me. If I'm dysfunctional, I will attract people who are dysfunctional like myself. If I'm hurting and I'm relating with you, I'm going to hurt you whether I want to or not, because I'm full of hurt. I have not healed. So it's wrong for me to even go ahead and be relating with somebody when I have not healed. Okay, let me bring you home. This relationship is always supposed to be straight talk. Let me use my own marriage for instance. I take permission, sir. When I met my husband was in a relationship. He had broken out of a relationship. I think 2 actually. But there was one that was like a long-term relationship that lasted about 7 years and at the last minute or so, the lady opted out and was like, she's not going to marry him anymore. You can imagine dating someone for 7 years. Everything was settled. You started planning your future with that person. how the marriage is going to be, how many kids you're going to have, and then all of a sudden, the lady says she's no longer interested. That was his case then. But I didn't know that he had that issue. Okay, for instance, he would tell me in those days, like I mentioned that as a red flag. He would tell me in those days, don't worry, when I get married, there's some things I will tell you. I wish I had asked him then. This is what I'm telling you about red flag. I wish I'd asked him then, what is it that you want to tell me when we marry? Tell me now. You get? But when we got married, I discovered that my husband was still not yet actually through. He wasn't yet over the influence or the impact that relationship had on him. And so he had a lot of wounds that were yet to heal, a lot of brokenness that was yet to be mended. And then guess who was taking the brunt of it? I did. Why? Because hurting people hurt others. I remember one time we were making out on the bed, and my husband called the girl's name while he was on top of me. Whoa, that was really terrible. But it's what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't move into another relationship until you have dealt with the previous relationship. Don't relate with somebody who is coming out of a relationship and you can see the person is broken, the person was wounded, the person is still hurting from what the ex did. The person might feel, thank you for your presence, thank you for your comfort, but the person is just going to hurt you. You're going to be hurt. And you might end up resenting the person. Am I making sense? You want to ask a question? Okay, let me hear your question.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Mommy, previously you talked about cutting off your ex. So, for example, now you have moved on from that relationship and you're in a new relationship. So, is it possible for your ex to still be your friend? Like you guys still have your each other's contact and you guys chat once in a while?
What are you chatting for? What are you chatting for?
No, it's not like you're chatting anything concerning relationship.
But you know that action can also bring problem in your new relationship.
No, you guys are just friends. You guys have forgotten about the past and stuff like that.
Really? Will you tell that to the person you're dating now that you have forgotten about? See, some people that can really be mature. Like this lady I'm talking about, she's still friends with my husband. This lady I'm talking about. Some people that can be mature. But it took me time to be mature like that. Did you get what I'm saying? It took me time to grow even to that kind of maturity. Because I know they had history, deep history, that was even affecting my own marriage. Hallelujah. So people can be mature, but in the long run, it's not really healthy. Because the person that you are dealing with now would not want to know that we are just friends. Nothing is there. Person will be feeling maybe insecure. Person might be feeling that maybe something is going to happen again. Do you get what I'm saying? So, to you, it might be you are just friends, but why do you now break up with the person and you still want to be continuing chatting the person? The person should just be like an acquaintance to you. Just hello, hi. Not that you spend time, chatting with the person. What are you really chatting about?
Like just asking her how she is and stuff.
Why? What is your concern with how she is? What is her concern with whether you've eaten or not? What is her concern with whether you've eaten or not? It will cause problem with your new relationship. Be matured. Put her in group chats with your new relationship. And let's see whether she'll be asking you whether you've eaten and how you are doing. Just try it. Create a group chat between yourself, herself, and your present sweetheart. And let's see who will be asking who whether they've eaten. Are you willing to try that?
No, ma.
No, let's try. Let's see if it will work. Whether the interest will continue. Okay, Arab.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
All right, when we said something about church in the red flag, so there's this guy I'm so much in love with. We are dating. Like, when you say...
Is this a rhetorical question?
Huh?
Is this a rhetorical question? Because I know you're not dating anybody.
We are dating. When somebody fall in love, so much in love with that person that even when the person makes me angry, I still tell her sorry. Now she make me vessel, I'll still tell her sorry. That kind of love.
Why?
But the issue now is we're having a discussion one time like that. She just said she can never marry a man that is not Catholic. So what do I do?
As a Roman Catholic or Catholic?
Roman Catholic. She just said it and she was very sorry and we are dating.
And she said it to you seriously or jokingly?
Seriously.
Or in anger?
All our family, all the guests in our family they all married to Roman Catholic.
She has told you that she can't marry you now, so...
But she loves me.
But she told you she can't marry someone that is not Catholic?
Yes.
Roman Catholic?
Yes.
So she can't marry you now?
But we are dating.
You can stop dating her now?
Because of that?
It's not going to go anywhere. Or is it just like a friends with benefits kind of relationship?
No, we did date.
You're dating for marriage?
Yeah, we are dating. I don't really know why it's for marriage, but...
Okay, it has no goal. That is a red flag even on your part.
No, man, when two people ask themselves out, it's during the relationship they will know if it's leading to marriage. Nobody asks themselves out to just...
But there must be an intent now behind the relationship. Are you just going with the flow?
Not in this generation, man. Things have changed.
Really? I beg to differ.
Like, nobody just asks out and say, we get married. It's during the relationship. Like, okay, this girl fits for marriage.
You won't say I want to marry you. But
Yeah.
I believe if you're going to date somebody, you're dating with your spec in mind now.
Yes.
Someone that you might like to end up with now. Not so.
By His grace.
By His grace. Not so. So there is a goal behind your choice. Except you're just dating for girlfriend benefit, wife benefits kind of thing. Just to be having sex with somebody.
Maybe.
Ew.
So in that aspect, I should just...
You should not even date like that. You're a Christian, you're a believer. We date differently. We don't date like that. In the Bible, even, nothing like dating, if you want to bring it home. There's nothing like dating in the Bible. But we're not talking about that now. Dating is actually not scriptural. But we're not talking about that now.
Okay, man.
So you don't even go into we're just dating, blah, blah, blah. There must be a goal. If you're not going to be serious with somebody, it's definitely going to end up in youthful lusts that the Bible says you should flee from. I try not to carry my Bible here today, but you're making me to talk Bible, and I will talk Bible.
Okay, then secondly, ma, should I go ahead?
Yes.
Okay, you said something about disposing everything your ex bought for you. You even say we should burn it. So, for example, now I stay in a hostel where this guy bought his girlfriend almost everything she has in the room: fridge, bed, TV, wallpaper, clothes. They are not dating anymore, and the guy is a big boy. Says she can keep it. So what will that girl do?
Well, she can keep it if she wants to keep it. But the truth is that she will be emotionally attached continually to the young man, whether she likes it or not. She will look at the fridge,
And she will see the young
and the tenderness will come. She will look at the wallpaper, and this is what causes soul ties. This is why people are married, but they cannot yet enjoy their marriage. Why? Because a part of their soul is still outside somewhere. There are many ladies, many men that their souls are scattered in different hearts outside because of their attachments that they have refused to cut off. If you must cut off with somebody and really move ahead, you really must remove anything that has to do with that person so you can really move ahead in your future. The girl may not be able to destroy those things, but if he really broke her heart and really dealt with her, it will hurt her to see those things. That's the truth. Because seeing those things, she'll be remembering him. And the pain will be getting deeper. And rather than healing, she's remaining there, stagnated, in her hurt and in her pain. That emotional trauma will not heal. You get what I'm saying? But if she wants to really move ahead, she needs to do away with the past so she can move forward. So the guy may be a big guy and is telling her to leave those things. And she's gaining those things. But she's still having emotional wounds that need to be dealt with. So if you need to really move forward, I'll say it again. Forget everything about your ex. The reason why you're broken up with your ex, but you can still communicate, how are you, what's up? There's a soul tie that is still in effect. And until that soul tie is broken, something will still be drawing you to that relationship, keep drawing you back to that relationship. And you can really never be completely free. There's some married women that still look for their boyfriends when they are in school. Do you know that? There's some married men that still look for their girlfriends when they are in school because of the thing they call soul tie. One of the ways to get deliverance from soul ties is to destroy everything that was given to you in that relationship. Whether it's a spiritual soul tie with a spirit husband or a physical soul tie with a physical boyfriend or girlfriend, you must destroy whatever gifts, whatever items that is with you, that is a connection between you and them. You see Oyibo people, when they are breaking up, they can even burn a car. They destroy pictures, they destroy assets, they destroy things. We say that they are unbelievers, they are doing worldly, but that's actually the way to break up. It's really the way to go forward.
Okay, but not in this generation, they seem different.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, yes, but in what Chiboy was saying regarding your ex, what about if you broke up with your ex maturely, like you guys did not quarrel, just because of the way things are going, just be like, we can't do this anymore, let's just tell ourselves the truth, let's just be friends. So, and you don't have a girlfriend you think you guys can cope and do things with. So, being friends without your ex, you guys agree to be friends, is there anything bad with it?
I didn't say that he cannot be friends. I didn't say you should be, I'm not saying make them your enemy. But I'm saying there's a level of intimacy that cannot continue.
Okay.
There's a level of relating that cannot continue. You can't continue to relate with them at the same level as you are relating with them when you are going out with them.
Okay.
Do you get that?
Yeah.
If actually you've broken up, you will not even have time to be going back online to be chatting them. You asked to be out of it initially, didn't you? You wanted to be out of it.
We both agreed, like we did not quarrel.
You both agreed to be out of it.
Yes.
So nothing will make you to keep going back to your vomit. We're checking how your vomit is doing. You want to just be completely free. But it doesn't mean you're enemies.
Okay.
But for maintaining the relationship, you can't maintain it to that level.
That means we can do business together now. We can do business.
As in business partners?
Yeah, we can do business. Maybe she wants to invite me for our wedding. I can go.
As the MC?
Yes.
Why not? It's your money. But if the husband knows that you are the ex, what do you think he will do?
We spray me more money, man.
He will say you invited your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend, Abi, to come to be MC of my wedding. All these things take maturity.
Okay, ma.
Yeah, ma.
Mommy, you talked about cleanliness.
About what?
Being
Clingy.
Yes, I want to know where the line for the red flag starts, because there's a whole lot in being clingy. Some ladies will tell you, I want to hear from you 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Some will tell you they always want to see you 3-4 times in a week. There's a whole lot with the clinginess. So I want to know where to draw the line. So I will tell them to be going their way. Let me be going my way.
That is dysfunction. If they are calling you 3 times a day, I mean...
With video call.
See, for relationships to really thrive, give each other space. There must be space to breathe. There must be space to, even we that are married, we have to give ourselves space to breathe, or you feel stifled in the relationship. Someone that is overtly clingy, or someone that is clingy, someone that is needy for attention, for affection,
yes,
to hear your voice, the person has a personal issue, a personal problem that needs to be dealt with. The person is emotionally not okay. Because the person is now needing you for their happiness. The person is needing you to feel okay. And any day you are not giving,
There's a problem.
it becomes a problem.
Yes, ma'am.
And so such people like that, they need to deal with their problem, their dysfunction. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So you as a guy, you can't even cope like that. You get tired.
Me that don't like to talk.
The other person will get tired in the long run, or even in the short run, and they will run. Why? Because they can't move from here to here without a phone call. Where are you? What are you doing? And maybe anytime you don't pick, they tend to become anxious.
Fight have started.
Some of them become anxious initially, that maybe they are now afraid. You no longer love them. You no longer like them. The day you don't call them, maybe because your battery was down or something, it's like you've abandoned them, you've forsaken them, you don't love them, you've abandoned them. Those that will get angry with you, prayer will start. It's not healthy.
Okay, ma'am.
So you actually need to help those girls, but don't help them. Don't help them. Don't help them in the sense that you're trying to, be their savior. Make them understand that they are enough. They don't need you or anybody to complete themselves. Make them understand that they are enough in Christ Jesus.
Okay, ma'am.
They don't need any other person to make them complete or to make them feel worthy or valuable.
Okay, ma'am.
Throw it back to them. Help them to work on themselves. Never you be like a Christian to, pet them. You get tired. When you get tired, they hate you.
Okay, ma'am.
People like that are normally dealing with a spirit we call rejection.
Ew.
It's a spirit of abandonment, a spirit of I'm not loved, I'm not appreciated, nobody likes me, nobody wants me. And these people are normally gifted and talented, most of the time highly skilled people, but they've had a lot of emotional issues in the past that have put them in a state where they now feel they need validation from outsiders to get their worth, to feel worthy of themselves. They might be very beautiful, but if you cannot tell them daily that they are beautiful, they feel ugly. So you see, it's a problem that needs to be worked on.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are supposed to help those people and not feed it. Don't feed the spirits.
Okay, ma'am. I will not feed them again.
Mommy, I have a question. Thank you for this science you taught us today. What if in a case, still on this matter, the lady in question or the guy in question is a type that don't like constant communication? We must call me all the time. And maybe, okay, let me say, for example, the lady is the type that doesn't really like always calling to check up on me, and because of that, she doesn't do that. And then the guy in question is the type that always wants you to call. Do you think it's a red flag in the relationship and the relationship needs to be stopped?
Can two work together except they be agreed?
No. But, the young man will still present the picture of I love you and all those stuff. But this is the lady's...
Look at it on the long run now. The lady wants to hear his voice more regularly.
Okay.
The young man doesn't feel I need to give you my voice regularly. I can call you once in 2 days and that should be okay for you. Just know I love you and I'm with you. But the lady needs more than that. Because maybe her love language is different from his love language, definitely. Now, if she succumbs to what he's telling her, is she satisfying herself emotionally? If maybe they eventually marry, is that how she's going to spend her marriage with the guy? Can she really cope with that kind of thing? This is one of the reasons why I will encourage dating, even when I've not really seen dating in the Bible. But you can be able to know how a marriage will be from how, most of the time, a long dating and courtship will be. Because initially, the guy may have been calling. Then when he felt he got her, all of a sudden, he stopped calling. And he's now telling her that, I'm with you, you're mine, I'm yours, we are one. But he's no longer as he was initially. And this is now disturbing the lady because this is not how we started. But he's trying to assure her and reassure her that it doesn't mean anything. This is my kind of person, really. It's a red flag.
Okay.
It could be that he's being himself now, or it could be that he has gotten what he wants, and so he's no longer pursuing after the lady. Or it could be that maybe this is himself. But if it's not good enough for you as a lady, you should opt out, because you can't change somebody from whom they are. Prince.
Mama, still on his question.
Onyema.
What if the two people involved, the guy and the girl, have that dysfunction?
It happens.
They want to be seeing themselves regularly all the time. What do they need? What do they need?
They always want to see themselves.
Yes, regularly.
Well, hurting people hurt each other. Dysfunctional people, when they come together, is a major explosion of dysfunction. It will be a terrible explosion of dysfunction. Because this one is being needy, being clingy. This other one is being clingy too. And they are clinging and needing on each other. Sex will be flying up and down anyhow. You can't even look left or look right. Because if you look at this sister here, it's as if, you look at this brother here, it's as if, before you know it, they are choking themselves, they are killing themselves in the relationship. They can't come out for air to breathe. Yeah, they are choking themselves in the relationship. So it's not healthy. That kind of relationship it will end in terrible hurts, deep hurts. Deep hurts. Deep hurts, the one that you can even turn to hatred. Yeah, there are situations like that. The person might want to now feel like killing the other person. It happens like that. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening.
My sister, good evening.
Sorry, I came late. It's actually the traffic.
No problem.
I didn't know what I actually thought, but I'm here on behalf of my friend who was supposed to be here, but she couldn't make it. Okay, December she came down to Owerri and she met this guy. They met in church. February, the guy proposed and she accepted.
Met in this church?
No,
Oh,
not
at
in
church,
church.
no.
Yes, in Winners one. Okay. They'll be praying. This one is praying for a life partner. This one is praying for a life partner. So the guy proposed and she accepted. The next month they enrolled for marriage class. I think the next month, the 4th month, they went to take their diaries, whatever. So there was a misunderstanding between the family. What happened was that the guy, they told him that, he said he was going to pay everything in cash. So they told him there's a particular thing he have to buy. He will not pay it with money. Granules, coconut, and soap. They must present it to the girl. Once she accepts it, then the bride price will proceed. The guy said that he's from a Christian background. He's not going to do that. But they say that
Granite and what again?
coconut and soap. This is just their tradition. Once the lady accepts it, the bride price paying will just proceed. They are not going to do anything with that stuff. That is just a tradition. The guy said he will not do it. So this brought issue between the two of them. And he went ahead, the guy reported to the pastor. And this was actually what happened. There's not a misunderstanding between the two families. Now the girl said that she doesn't think that it's going to continue because the marriage has actually not started and the guy has started reporting outside. Now, she made this girl now. She says she's no longer interested. Then the guy involved the mom who's now in Nigeria. And she discovered there's a loophole. What do I mean by loophole? There's no longer communication between them.
Between her and the guy?
Yes. The guy doesn't carry her along. She says she has the spare key, so she visited one day, and before she visited, the guy told her that he doesn't have any food in the house. But she says he visited one day, and she saw a soup, the already cooked soup, and it's in the freezer. That's first. The second, she saw a body spray and perfume, everything that belongs to a female. So she said she didn't ask the guy anything. So she still called the guy the next day. How far food? He said, I still does not have any food in the house. Actually went outside to eat. He said, okay. So when she now came, according to her, she said the brother asked her to test the guy temperament, the way he behaves. So she now accused the guy that this you bought, was it actually for me? The guy said it's for me. He said, okay, swear. The guy broke it and a whole lot of things happened. And when he was asked, he said that the girl doesn't trust her. Then she came to me and was telling me everything. But being that she's a lawyer, she said that she has handled cases of divorce. She doesn't know if she will continue. And this wedding now is next month by 13th of August. And the card has been printed, clothes, everything is ready. And she's confused. Ma, please.
What is she confused about? Is her problem that money has been spent, or her problem is that I don't want to be happy, I'm unhappy tomorrow in the marriage? What is really her problem?
She says she's confused. She doesn't know what
She knows what the problem is. There's no trust even. That is a red flag. There's dishonesty already. That is a red flag. There might be a woman in the picture. That is another red flag. The man's temperament, the outburst, is another red flag. And he's showing her red flags. That I'm praying for a breakthrough, and I'm seeing something that looks like a breakthrough. I still need to test that thing to know whether it's a breakthrough. The devil gives breakthrough, God gives breakthrough. But the gift of God maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. That's normally the difference between God's breakthrough and the devil's own breakthrough. Now, if this guy, because of, I don't really understand why the groundnut and the coconut was causing issue. Anyway, I don't know where she's from, or whether that it's something diabolical. I don't know about that.
the groundnut of a thing, the girl might give it to the guy to eat, or she can give it to anybody.
No, let me help you.
Okay.
You know there are different cultures. In our place where you are married, that's our culture. Our culture is that you must physically give a lady coconut, granite, and soap. They call it in my village, no matter how much you spend, you must physically buy that.
The occultic.
No, it's not occultic. It has nothing to do with occultism. It's just a tradition. Now, the coconut has a meaning. It means fruitfulness. It means prosperity. It means I mean well for you. Now, the granite that is given, whether it's cooked or fried, remember the properties of a granite. Once you put it, it spreads round. That's what the family is going to be. That's what I expect. I'm giving you this because you're going to be fruitful for me. Both of us are going to. Now, the soap signifies I'm here to wash away whatever thing that is in your life. I'm not coming to bring cost to you. I'm coming to bring life to you. So in our village, in fact, the whole of Olo area in Imo State, if you're watching from outside, that's like a culture.
It's like a prophetic blessing, actually.
It's like a prophetic blessing. Just like when I came to marry you, I asked questions. They told me I must bring out my hand and they will have to blow into it. Remember? They have to blow into my hand. I have to ask questions, the traditions of the people. So I willingly opened my hand and all the elders there blew into my hand because I know it was not occultic. They said even if I don't have 1 naira, that is, as soon as that is done, and after pulling my hand, that you receive my hand, I'm married to you. Even if I bring in $1 billion, and when that is done and you don't receive my hand, it means wedding is not going. So in different places, they have their tradition. I just want to add that in.
Okay, like your friend didn't know all this.
He didn't
know.
know.
That her friend didn't know all this.
Yes.
Or maybe he didn't ask questions.
Exactly. That's it. But for the red flags, that is there. The red flags.
But the red flags are glaring for her to see.
That's so glaring.
So she should make up her mind. If she's looking at the money spent or the stigma, it's left for her. She's the one that is making the bed she's going to lie on. I will not tell you to tell her to marry or not to marry. I don't have that power or that authority. But she has wisdom, or she should ask God for wisdom, or she should pray very, very well. Sometimes we can avoid certain things to avoid certain kind of prayer points tomorrow. a woman of God. I was listening to a woman of God. She was like, she doesn't know why we like to sing this song. Bulldozer, bulldozer, oh, Jesus, my bulldozer. She was like, what is it that you allowed to happen in your life before you now made Jesus Christ to become bulldozer? There's some things that we can avoid in life. And when we avoid those things in life, there are certain prayer points we will not need to pray. So as her friend, advise her. If it's not her mind that is deceiving her and playing tricks on her, she's sure that this guy is dishonest. Because many things have gone already. Lots of water has passed under the bridge before she came up with this using her spare key.